Complex, complex, complex.
Hearing all this, that, and this, and that. Tell the truth, niggas. Whack. Your top 10 is anonymous. Your top 10 is anonymous.
Complex.
Your top 10 is anonymous. Sending all these
Hey, all right. What's poppin', pimp? This is your host, AJ Dubs, here to motivate, inspire, and dedicate my service to helping you create your legacy. Today's O&L story is the Eminem story. Once at a time, I was 10 years old. I was hanging out at the house. My mother, it went off to choir rehearsal. I knew she was going to be gone for a couple hours. And somehow I got a little bored. And my mother in the neighborhood, she was the candy lady. I mean, she sold everything from Now-Landers to Blow Pops to any kind of candy you think of. I mean, Boston baked beans, lemon heads. And, our best seller was Kool-Aid flips. For those who don't know, man, definitely if you own some hood stuff like me, man, you know about flips, okay? We make all kind of flavors, red and grape, we know that's the first two, but we got so many different flavors. But what my mother would do is she would make the Kool-Aid actually freeze the cups and put fruit at the bottom. So you had a little bit of a fruit cocktail. That was our biggest seller. We sold those at about $2 a pop. The whole neighborhood would come by every time looking for something, which was a great thing, and I loved it. Learned to hustle just from watching my mother. So, like I said, got a little bored, went ahead and I grabbed a huge box of M&Ms. And I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to make some money today. So I went around the neighborhood, door to door to each street, looping around the street all the way to the next house across the street and all that. And my sales pitch was, hey, how you doing? My name is AJ. I'm a member of a football team, and I'd like to raise some money to help us have T-shirts and outfits for us to wear for our banquets and things like that outside of our football equipment. So I was selling those. I was getting those M&Ms off, man, $2 a pop. Some people were even giving me extra tips, giving me fives and stuff like, hey, saying keep the change and all those things like that. And I mean, which was great. I was just, ecstatic as a kid, just getting that kind of money, starting out, just doing it. It's funny how one idea can just become a great thing if you just stay at it or just go at it and give it a try. So by the end of the day or middle of the day, I made close to about $300-400. After about a good 5-6 hours, something like that. And then, me growing up where I grew up, man, if you don't come home before that street light is out, you in trouble. That's how that goes, definitely. I mean, those out there who, grew up the way I grew, you know what I'm talking about. So next thing you know, it's pitch dark almost. The light comes on. I look up, man, I'm flying down the street to get to my house, to get home before my mom even recognizes anything, right? The minute I get to the door, guess who's standing at the door with a big fat leather belt? My mama. Boy, my eyes was about as big as a deer in a headlight. I didn't know what to do with myself. So I'm standing there frozen. I got an empty box standing behind me, and she looks at me and said, where were you and what was you doing, boy? She looked like she was ready to swing just at that moment when she just said that. So I told her, I said, Ma, look, I was out, just selling candy. And she said, what? Like, okay. So I pulled the money out of my pocket, a big wad. Ones, fives, tens, 20s, all that stuff. Man, she looked at me, and that crazy look on her face went from crazy to, oh my God, hey boy, get in here. I didn't know you had that entrepreneur spirit in here. Get in here. Next thing you know, hey, I gave her just about most of the money anyway to get back to supply. But the best part, what I'm very proud of, is that my mother had a bill that she needed to pay, and I didn't even know it. She didn't even have the money for it. So the choir rehearsal that she was going to, she wasn't going to be able to get that money until maybe 2 weeks after, which was going to be late on her bill. And I ended up giving her the money. We actually split it. I gave her, half of it. I took half of it. And I was able to get some school clothes behind it, but able to help my mother pay a bill that I didn't even know that she needed help with, But, flip the script on it. That was a great thing. But the point is this. One idea can make you rich. All you have to do is put the work in, you know? So, if you're struggling with anything, you got any challenges, a situation that I can help you with, so I can get you into the steps, the 3 P's, okay? Preparation, persistence, and progress. Email me. I would love to know your story. Definitely. I'd like to tell it so that way I can help you get into the steps of creating your legacy. This is your boy, AJ Dubs. Keep it pimpin', pimpin'.
Hello world, I would like you to meet our worst nightmare on any Black Wall Street. I mastered the paper.